Previously on HunterTube.
I do plan on getting a second one of this 3-pack to make some very specific customs with possibly these two. I honestly don't know what I'll do with Coco, the extra Coco, but specifically these two will become a very specific custom. I'm not going to give away too much, but it involves volleyball. That's all I'm gonna say. It involves volleyball. And no, it hasn't. It sort of has to do with reaching Rosa, but yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I think it's finally time I show off these things. Well, hello everyone, this is HunterTube, back again with a very special video. So, the layout evolution is taking a little bit longer than I thought, but that will come out soon. But in the meantime, here is a special custom spotlight video that I have been holding off for 3 years at this point. It has been 3 years since I initially teased this in the Chuggington Look Alive Chuggers review. So, I was really hoping Mega Hedgehog X would do his custom spotlight on the ones he made first, as these are loosely inspired by him. But with today being a special day, which is August 19th, in Japan at least, by the time this is being premiered or uploaded, I thought today would be a good day to show off these, since today is Haikyu Day. Today, we will be looking at a whole bunch of customs that I made in both Thomas and Chuggington that are crossed over with Haikyu. So, let's get started, shall we? So, before I get to looking at each of these characters, there's a bit of a story behind why I made all of these. So, obviously, back in 2021, which was when I got the original Look Alive Chuggers back, I obviously had plans to get a second one to make these customs, the Chuggington ones, because Mega Hedgehog X was making the Thomas ones, and I didn't want to 100% rip them off or anything. Obviously, I did make the Thomas ones later down the line, but I wanted to be unique. And then another thing that sort of pushed this idea further was the Season 6 episode, Reachin' Rosa, where the Chuggers play a Chuggington version of volleyball, which is obviously what Haikyu is about, which is an anime focused on volleyball. And so that basically pushed my idea further in saying, what if I made a Chuggington and Haikyu crossover custom line? Kind of like how Mega Hedgehog X did with the Thomas characters. And so the plan went full steam ahead when I finally got the Look Alive Chuggers, the second Look Alive Chuggers 3-pack, in January of 2023. 2022. 2022. So, the order I made these, I made the Thomas first actually, then I made these two. But these three here, these four actually, were made around the same exact time frame. But yeah, Reachin' Rosa was one of the episodes that inspired me to push this custom idea even further. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's finally get to looking at these things, shall we? So to start things off, we are going to take a look at the customs that are completely original ideas by me, before we get into the ones that are basically remakes of the Mega Hedgehog X ones. So to start off, we have Wilson as Shoyo Hinata. Now this one here was actually made third in the lineup because I made the Push Along Hinata Thomas first, then Kageyama Brewster, followed by Hinata Wilson. The reason this one was finished third, was because I had no idea how to do the front, and I'm honestly still questioning this front here. Because at one point, Wilson's lower jaw was orange, just to clash with the black and how. Because honestly, the front looks weird, all black, and then so I had it black at first, and then I had it orange, and just to see how that looked, and then I changed it back to black, and then because I layered like so much over the top of it, the black on the lower jaw is all cracked. You can sort of see it reflecting there, all the cracks in the Sharpie paint pen. But yeah, I might change it back to orange at some point, because looking at Wilson from the front, just all black, just doesn't really sit right. But his little headlamp is orange. I probably should have made his horn orange too, maybe. But yeah, the front is not too great. The side, however, is the good looking part. So we got the main body, which is all black, which is like, and then we got like the other bits, which are orange, which is like to represent the Karasuno colors. Then we got the number 10, which is the number that Hinata has. And then we got the orange bogies, and then the white wheels with red rims to represent Hinata's shoes, because his shoes are white and he's got the red stripes on them. So I thought, why not just fill in those wheel things with the red to do the shoes. And then so the other side is pretty much the same, where we got the orange and the black, and then the white wheels. And then the back here, we got the main black body with the orange lining, and then we got a little bit of white there. And then the little warning symbol is orange as well. Also the orange footplate goes all the way around, except for the front here. I feel like I should have did a thing where, like, I don't know, the lower jaw on Wilson just gives me so many ideas. Maybe if Mega Hedgehog X came up with an idea on how I could improve the front on this one, maybe I'll make a part 2 to this. I definitely will make a part 2 and like maybe have an improved Hinata Wilson in here. But yeah, that was Hinata Wilson. Now let's move on to our next character. So our next character actually clashes with the Karasuno colors a little bit better, honestly, with the way his original livery looked. And that is Kageyama Brewster. So with Brewster, I made all his blue parts black, and then all his yellow parts orange. And honestly, I feel like the final result ended up being pretty amazing. Because when you look at the front here, we got this big orange front, which honestly looks nicer than just the complete black front of Hinata Wilson. I mean, when you put these two next to each other, it kind of looks alright. I probably should have made Wilson's eyebrows orange and like the eyelids to make it look a little bit nicer though. But yeah, we got this big orange bit with and since he's made from the Look Alive one, he's got that feature. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Wilson's got the moving eyes too, cause he's made from the Look Alive Wilson. So he's got them moving eyes. But yeah, and then Brewster's got his mouth that talks. So he can just shout, "Hinata bouquet!" at Hinata when he messes up or something. But here's the side. We got the little bits of orange going along, the orange bogies, and then the wheels on him are black with yellow rims, because Kageyama's shoes are black, and they've got those yellow stripes on there. And Then we got the number, his number, which is 9. And then the top, his horn has been painted orange along with his little vents. We got the stripe at the back there. Then we have the back, which is a little bit messy because I kind of tried to follow along with the window detailing. I didn't even try doing that middle window there because I knew it would have been very messy with the Sharpie paint pen. And then we got the little hazard light is orange. We got the orange back thing. Here's the other side, which is pretty much the same as that one side. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention his little eyelids are orange, and his wipers and his little rims around there. But yeah, I feel like Kageyama Brewster turned out really well, and I will set him next to Hinata Wilson. Now, this third model doesn't come from the Look Alive Chuggers 3-pack. This one is actually a stack track model, and it is Hanzo as Samura Daichi. So with Hanzo here, I actually had to take him apart because obviously, you know, his little visor here had like the blue paint in it. So I had to literally drill this thing apart to just so I could paint this inner bit here. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Hanzo works as the team captain of Karasuno because he's like that wise one. I sort of also got the idea on like because Mecha Hedgehog X used Hero as Daichi in his mashup. So I thought, why not make Hanzo be Daichi in my mashup? But yeah, here's his front. He's got the orange and then like all the black. And then I originally had the idea of like painting over the lamps, but then I thought the gold looked better. So like one of them's got like a painted over and then the other one doesn't. But yeah, then his little horn is painted orange. And then obviously I had to pull him apart just so I could paint this part black. At one point it also was orange just because I wanted to see how that looked. But honestly, I think the black looks cooler because then you got the orange and then we got the black in the middle there. But yeah, here's the side. You got the orange bogies and you got the number 1. And then you got the orange there. Got a little bit of white around the windows. And then the wheels here are white with the blue rims because Daichi's shoes are white and they've got the blue rims. Here is the back. Got the orange in the middle there, and then the black, and then little white dots for the lights. Here's the other side, which is pretty much the same except for the light being painted over. And then the bottom, I should mention I also painted the insides of the wheels on all of these, except for Brewster because his wheels are black. But yeah, that was Captain Samura Daichi. And I will set him next to the other two. Now, the next one we will look at actually wasn't made by me, but it was made by one of my friends. And you should probably know that if you watched the Christmas presents for 2023, that I ended up getting this for Christmas. And it is Young Bao as Kuro Tetsuro from the Nekoma team. So, with this one not being made by me, this one has a bit of a different style to it. So it doesn't really follow the same style as Mecha Hedgehog X, where like the wheels are like the shoes and all that. But yeah, let's take a look at this thing. So here's the front, and this is also the only one to be made out of an All Engines Go model. Here's the front. We got the face, and then the tiger, no, the dragon has been painted over with white. And then we got the black foot plate, which goes around. And then we got little bits of white on the pistons. We got Kuro's number, which is 1, because he is the captain of the Nekoma team. His whistle has been painted white. His bell has been painted red. I feel like if this was done in the Mecha Hedgehog X style, he'd have like black stripes across the across the thing there, and then it's a black deflectors have been done to red, which honestly I kind of like. He's got the white there. He's kept his red wheels. I believe Kuro had black shoes. I believe he had black shoes. I need to remember. But then on the back, it's just plain. Here's the other side, which is pretty much the same, and the one looks a little messier here. Yeah, that's the front, and here is the tender, which also has the black footplate, and then a bit of white in the middle there, and then the dragon has been painted over with a cat. Well, it's supposed to be a cat, and on the back it says cats, and then on the other side we got the cat again, and on the front it says Nekoma with a cat paw, and then on the top it looks like this. Then the bottom is just normal. But yeah, there's the tender of Kuro Tetsuro Young Bao. And honestly, I feel like Jessica did a good job making this model. And I feel like if Mega Hedgehog X were to make a Kuro Young Bao in his style, I would love to see that. Because honestly, when he said that this wasn't a bad idea to have Young Bao be Kuro. But yeah, that was Young Bao as Kuro Tetsuro. And now we move on to the last model, or should I say models, of this spotlight. And this is the one that I cherish the most, as it is probably my favorite out of all of them, and probably one of my most prized possession customs in my entire collection. And this one is also dedicated to Mega Hedgehog X. Here we have the prized possession of these customs: the motorized Hinata Thomas, the push-along Hinata Thomas, and the volleyball truck. So, I'm gonna go in order of how these were made. So we're gonna start off with the push-along one first. So, this was the first one that I made out of all these, because obviously I wanted a Hinata Thomas for myself. So, here's the front. It is mainly based off the Mega Hedgehog X one, so it's gonna be pretty similar. We got the buffers painted. We got the black footplate with the orange around here. Here's the side. We got the white wheels, orange footplate, the number 10, the orange lining, and then the white lining around the cab. And then with the top here, the lining wasn't as perfect. It also kind of got a little faded over time. But yeah. And then here's the back, which has a bit of paint starting to chip on this thing. Then we got painted buffers and the orange running plate. Here's the other side, which is pretty much the same, with the white wheels and the orange and the white. I feel like the number looks better on this side than it does on this side, because the number 1 got a little crooked. But yeah, and then here's the underneath. I also did the insides of his wheels on this one. So the insides of the wheels are painted. And fun fact, I actually took this model apart to do this, because I wanted to get the lining and the other stuff as nice as possible without overlaying it on top of another thing. So that's why the wheels look so nice, and how there isn't a bit of white going onto the footplate, because I drilled this thing apart to do all the painting on it. So there's actually a bit of black paint behind the smoke box there. So there's that. But yeah, this entire thing was done with Sharpie paint pens, and I feel like it turned out pretty good. That was the push-along Hinata Thomas. now let's move on to his bigger counterpart, which is the motorized Hinata Thomas. So, unlike this one, which was done entirely with Sharpie paint pen, this one had the entire body spray painted with black spray paint. So, instead of doing what I would normally do, where I'd mask parts up, I took the entire thing apart. So I ripped apart the footplate from this thing, which is why this side looks a little iffy, because I had a bit of trouble gluing this thing back together and pulling it apart, which is why this part of the footplate is a bit droopy. But I took this thing apart. I spray painted each part individually. So this whole body was spray painted black. The footplate was spray painted black as well. And then everything else was done in Sharpie paint pen. Like the orange, the wheels, the lining, the whistles, and all that stuff. So here's the front. And then there's a bit of a glossy bit of black on the lamp here because a bit of orange Sharpie paint pen got onto the lamp when I was detailing the running plate. But I didn't need to go do the buffers because they were always spray painted, so I just did the orange. And then here's this side with the number 10, and then the wheels. They've got that bit of red on there to represent like the red bits of Hinata's shoes. I mainly took more inspiration from the Playroom model than the Revolution one that Mega Hedgehog X did, because I wanted it to be as detailed as possible. Yeah, and then here's the back, which has the buffers painted and the orange footplate. And then the other side, which the lining doesn't look as great, sort of got a little sloppy, but it turned out pretty good. And then the top, which had a bit of a problem while making it. So when I spray painted this thing, the spray paint did not like the printed material, so it just bubbled at the roof here. So I tried fixing it by just coloring it all with Sharpie paint pen, but then it caused the roof to look all cracked. The paint ended up looking all cracked like that. But honestly, it's not that visible when it's running, and it doesn't bother me too much, so yeah. Also, at one point, I tried giving him white dots in the eyes, but it didn't really work. But yeah, that was the motorized Hinata Shoyo Thomas. And to go along with him, I made something completely original that Mega Hedgehog X didn't do. And that is this volleyball truck. So the whole idea behind this was when Beach Nia hit my Walmart, I kind of had this idea, like, what if I took the beach ball from this model and turned it into the volleyball, and then I made a Karasuno truck to go along with it. And so the idea was set in stone right there, that I would have to get a second Beach Nia model just to make this custom. So I did, and then the volleyball truck was made. So I'm going to start off with the truck. So the truck is in the Karasuno colors. It's got the black on top and then the orange footplate, and it's got Hinata's white wheels. And then, because the whole idea was this truck was meant to represent the Karasuno banner, the banner Karasuno has in the show, where it says fly. And then the kanji was really hard to do because I was working with a dying Sharpie paint pen, a white Sharpie paint pen that was literally dying on me, so I had to be very careful and delicate. And honestly, I feel like it turned out absolutely amazing. So yeah, the black parts, the black and the orange was all spray painted. But the white was done in Sharpie paint, all the white was done in Sharpie paint, and then the buffers were also done in Sharpie paint pen. But yeah, it's also on both sides. We got the fly banner on this side. And then here's the underneath. I did the insides of the wheels on this. I didn't do the axles because they're obviously not visible. But yeah, I did the insides of the wheels. And that was the truck. And now here is the volleyball. So not only did I paint this thing, because the main base of this thing, I spray painted it white, and then the red and green was all Sharpie paint pen over the top of it. But I also filed down the little bump the top of the beach ball had, just so it would look more flat, like a volleyball, so that it wouldn't have like the weird little bump of the beach ball at the top. And that way it'd look nicer. So it's got the red and the green of the volleyball, and it's still got the peg in there. The inside of the peg was done with Sharpie paint pen, though, because this is how it was sitting on the spray paint. But yeah, that's the volleyball. And I do plan on doing another one of these volleyball trucks in the future, hopefully. And I will go over that probably right now. So that was all the Haikyu customs I ended up making. Now the big question is, do I plan to do more of these? Yes. Yes, I do. I do want to make a motorized Kageyama Gordon at some point, as well as maybe a push-along. And then I also want to make another volleyball truck at some point. But it won't be Karasuno, it'll be the Nekoma one. So it'll be like the red in the main body, and then the running plate will be the black, and then it'll say Connect on it, and then the volleyball will be the yellow and blue one instead of the red, green, and white one. And then maybe if I ever get another Young Bao, like a motorized CGI one, I'll probably do like my take on the Kuro Young Bao, but in a more Mega Hedgehog X style. That way he can pull the Nekoma volleyball truck, and Hinata or Kageyama Gordon, Hinata Thomas or Kageyama Gordon can pull their volleyball truck, and then we can recreate the dumpster battle if we want. But anyway, with that all out of the way, let's see these guys running around the tracks, shall we? And that was the running session of all of the Haikyu crossover custom engines that I have made. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. So this is HunterTube saying thanks for watching. Bye for now. Have a great Haikyu day. That is if you like Haikyu, that is. I hope we get some sort of announcement for the second Haikyu final movie sometime today. And the layout evolution video is coming soon. I am about halfway finished with editing it. So there you go. Layout evolution coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.